right, so go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Allow the eyes to close if they haven't already. Start to come into the room, onto your mat, into your body. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you do, lengthen the spine, lift through the top of the head. And as you exhale, allow those shoulders to drop away from the ears. Allowing yourself to really become grounded into your seat. Just kind of notice how the spine is feeling. And notice those areas attached to the spine, the shoulders, the ribs, the hips, the head. Just check in, scanning over the body, checking in with the mind. Just acknowledging where you are this morning. No woulds, coulds, shoulds, no expectations, no criticisms, just acknowledge. Building that awareness of where you are. Reminding yourself that every time you make it to your mat, it's going to be a different journey, a different path. We never walk on the same path in our mat. Every day is different depending on what we've done previously, what's happening in our life, what's happening in our minds. So try to let go of expectations and try to celebrate what you can do today on your mat. I'm starting to settle in on an intention, the purpose of bringing yourself to your mat today. What got you here? And it can be anything. It could be as simple as my mom wanted me to try yoga. It can be I need to feel good. I need to stretch. I need to move. Maybe it's something deeper. You want to connect with something that's going on in your body, in your mind. Whatever got you to your mat is exactly what needs to happen today. Just take a nice deep inhale here. And let it go. Start to let that intention form in your mind's eye. And bring your hands in front of your heart, either palms pressing or hands cupping over your heart. And we'll set that intention with one om or a sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, let the hands come back down to the thighs, let that settle in. Just begin to focus on your breath for a few moments. Reading our quote today from the Dalai Lama. Each individual has an opportunity to make a difference. And I found this one very poignant today, as many of you may know Melissa Callahan, who was probably the longest yogi instructor that was here in Dhaka that I knew. Has left the country. She and her husband are now back in the United States, and she definitely made a difference in this community, right? She brought the yoga up to a different level. Many of you might have known Mary. I'm not sure. I met Mary briefly before I started at the studio. But Melissa did a great job, her classes twice a week, and having that continuity and that community, and she will be missed. So if you didn't have a chance to meet Melissa, maybe someday when you're in the United States, you'll be able to do that. But yeah, she just definitely made a difference in our community. So I think each individual, each of you make a difference in our community. And we have a special community here, and just to hold that in your heart when you're feeling a little down, that you know you have an awesome community here that you can rely on. Just take a nice deep inhale here. And let it go. Now we're going to transition to our backs. Go ahead and find your way onto your back. All the way down. You don't need any props to begin with. Just allow yourself to be on your back for a moment. Let your hands rest by your side. Your knees are bent. And just feel the comfort of the ground. Try to keep the eyes open. I know it's easy when we get onto the ground to want to close the eyes, but still keep your awareness into your body. We're just going to add in a little bit of movement here to wake up the spine. Pressing down into the hands, press down into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. And then exhale, release them down. Inhale, lift the hips. See if you can come up one vertebra at a time. And then exhale, coming from chest all the way down to the pelvis. As you inhale, pelvis, roll the spine up to the shoulders. Exhale, lower shoulders down to the pelvis. 2 more times here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So just finding a little articulation of the spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good. Pausing there for a moment. And then keeping the hips on the ground, you're just going to lengthen your tailbone down toward the end of your mat. So your low back's going to lift toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, press your low back to the floor. Inhale, tilt your pelvis down. Exhale, tilt it up. Good. 2 more times like that. Inhale. And exhale. One last time here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring yourself back to neutral. So you have a little bit of lift in that low back. Take your right ankle over your left knee. Keep your hands by your side or out like cactus if that's going to help you better. And then it's just you inhale, you're going to draw your knees toward your chest without holding them. Exhale, take the leg back out so the left heel hovers. Inhale, draws the leg in. Exhale, hover. So a little bit of active stretching here. Inhale, draws it in. Exhale, lower. This time as you inhale, draw in, pause there. Keep the hands on the floor, flex through the feet. And then rock a little bit from side to side. Just noticing how those hips are feeling this morning, the low back. And then keep those legs drawing in. Take your left leg, straighten it any little bit. Push through the heel. Good, let the hips drop down to the floor. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, bends that left knee. Exhale, foot to the floor. Take the right foot to the floor. And then left ankle over the right knee. Good. As you inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, hover the right foot. Inhale, draws the knee in. Exhale, hover the right foot. Inhale, draws in. Exhale, hover. This time you're going to inhale, draw in, and hold. And then just rock a little bit from side to side when you feel that tightness, when you feel anything that needs to be stretched. Just pause there, flex through the feet. Use your legs to draw use your muscles to draw your legs in. And then maybe start to straighten that right leg. Push through the heel. Breathing, noticing the hamstrings get engaged. Good, one more full inhale here. And then as you exhale, bend the right leg. Place that right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor. Good, keep the hands up overhead. Either cactus arm if your shoulder and neck are bothering you, or arms straight overhead, backs of the hands pressed to the floor. Inhale, lifts the hips, but keep your sternum, keep your mid back on the floor. So we're engaging through the pelvis, we're engaging through the glutes. Send your hips toward your knees. Send your tailbone toward your knees. Press into the heels. Now imagine you want to draw your heels toward your back. So engage those hamstrings. Good, keep pressing down into the upper back. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, release it down. Good, bring those hands back to cactus if they're not already. Draw the knees up toward the ceiling like you're laying in a chair. Good, take an inhale here, and as you exhale, draw the knees toward the right without letting them drop. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the ankles, using that sideways. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale back to center. Inhale over to the left. Pause, squeeze ankles and knees. Keep that right shoulder heavy, another big inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale to the right, maybe a little bit lower. Keep the shoulders on the ground. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. Holding there, squeeze the knees, flex through the feet. And then bring the knees back to the center on your exhale. Knees to the right one last time, hold. Good, see what it feels like to take your right leg and straighten it. If it's too much for the low back, keep it bent. Maybe left leg straightens. Good, press down into that right shoulder. And then bend the knees, inhale, brings the knees back to center. As you exhale, draw them over to the left. Pause there, keep the shoulders on the ground. See what it feels like to straighten the left leg. Maybe the top leg, right leg. Gonna take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, back to center. Hug those knees in, give them a little squeeze. Maybe a little rock. And then from here, place the soles of the feet onto the ground. We're gonna get into our upper back, so we worked our low back. Taking a block or a pillow, place it between your thighs the long way. And then take your arms, lengthen them out to your side. So we've done this in our flows this week, so this might seem familiar. Keep the hips on the ground, so you're using your upper back rotation here. Take your right arm as you inhale, take it up to the ceiling, and exhale over to the left hand. It may or may not touch. Inhale brings the arm back up, and exhale back down. Inhale takes the left arm up to the ceiling, and exhale over to the right. Inhale brings the arm back up, and exhale down. One breath, one movement. So inhale, right arm all the way over to the left. Exhale, open up. Inhale, left arm all the way over to the right. Exhale, open up. One more time each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale, open. Inhale to the left. And exhale, open. Good, pause there, take those arms up overhead. And then on your exhale, round the spine, lift your chin to your chest, reach those arms as if you're gonna reach past your knees. Good, keep rounding the spine, chin toward chest, maybe hover the feet, keep squeezing the block. Waking up that core, take another big inhale. And as you exhale, release it down. Good, release the block. Roll yourself either over to one side to press yourself up, or start rocking and rolling all the way up to seated. And once you're all the way up to seated, pause there. Using anything you'd like to sit on, take your right shin in front of your left. From here, take a big inhale, reach the arms straight up. And as you exhale, cactus arms to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, rotate to the right. Right hand's gonna come behind you, left hand to the right. Press down to lift up, and then rotate. As you inhale, look forward. Exhale, look back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look back. Good, one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look back. Pause there, press down, lift up, big inhale. Exhale. Inhale takes that right arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Exhale reaches that right arm to your left knee. Good, as you inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. As you inhale, take the arms up, find cactus arms. And exhale, rotate to the left. Take an inhale there. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Press down to lift up, rotate the spine. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, look back. At any time, if you want to stay with your neck does not need to move, but you're inhaling, looking forward. Exhale, looking back. One more time. Once you're looking back again, pause here. Take an inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, take that left arm, reach it all the way up to the ceiling, and then exhale down to the left knee. As you inhale, heart forward with those arms crossed, and exhale, round. Inhale takes those arms up, And exhale, find cactus arms. Good. Inhale, take the arms wide. And then exhale, bring the hands back behind you. So like you're reaching back behind you. Now roll those shoulder heads back. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then if your hands are accessible, bend your elbows, grab your hands. If you can't grab your hands, this is a great time to use that strap so that you can pull on the strap. Good, so rolling those shoulder heads back, reach the arms down and back, so not up, down and back. Good, take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Release the strap if you have it. Inhale, takes those arms up. And as you exhale, lengthen forward. Good, coming into a little bit of a fold. Hands come down, sit back into those hips, and lengthen the chest forward. Good, so press into the hands as you inhale, shoulders back, look forward, lift the chin. Exhale, drop chin to chest, round the spine, press into the hands here, really rounding. Inhale, drop forward, look forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale, round, draw the shoulder blades away from one another. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Inhale comes to center, and then exhale, maybe fold it forward any little bit to get more into the hips. Take another breath there. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, walk the hands back. Bring the hands all the way back behind you. Fingers turn out, roll the shoulders back. Come down so your knees come up, toes to the floor. And then maybe arms reach forward. If you're feeling good in the core and the chest, maybe hover those legs, half boat pose. Good, maybe flex through the feet. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, cross the shins so your left shin is in front. Good, pausing there, take an inhale, reach those arms up. And then as you exhale, lengthen forward. Press into the hands, draw the shoulder blades onto that, think cow pose, look forward, inhale. And then as you exhale, think cat pose, around the spine, press into the hands. Inhale, draw the hands back as you bring the chest forward. Exhale, press into the hands as you round the spine. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And then maybe fold a little bit here if that feels good. Taking a couple breaths. Exhale fully here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, walk the hands back. Good, inhale takes the arms out wide. And as you exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale back up to center. And exhale over to the right. So getting into that sideways, inhale brings it up. Exhale over. If you were in yin class yesterday, you might be feeling your sideways from Bananasana. Inhale up. Exhale over. I know I am. Inhale brings the arms up. And exhale over to the left and pause. Good. Top arm, reach it up first, find length. And then reach the arm over. Press into that bottom hand. Maybe your top elbow bends. Find the left side of your head. Create a little hammock for your head. And then lean the head back into the hand. Drop your right hip. Maybe either walk that left hand out more, or maybe elbow comes down a little bit. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Press into that left hand. Inhale brings both arms up. And exhale over to the right. Pause there. Inhale, reach up through that left arm, create length. And then exhale, lean it over. Good. Hand maybe finds the right side of your head. Lean back into that arm, open the chest, and then continue to lean to the right. Good, keep drawing that right shoulder under, press the left hip down, take another full breath here. Exhale fully. Press into that right hand, inhale brings you up. And as you exhale, lean it back, fingers point out, draw those knees up, toes to the floor. Engage the core, maybe arms start to reach forward, keep the chest up. Good, maybe hand, legs reach. Good, take an inhale here. You can hold on to your legs if you need to. See if you can lower back a little bit, half boat. So you're holding on or reaching. Hold there, take an inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, draw up. Exhale, cross the ankles, roll it over. Find your hands and knees. Tiny cat pose. So a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, rounding. So now you have a little bit more range of motion. You can really add the pelvis in a little bit more. Going with your breath, your movements. Maybe go from side to side in that rounded cat position. Just take a couple more breaths, linking your breaths and your movements. And then after your last exhale, come to a neutral spine. And then from here, tuck the toes, straighten those legs, come to a plank. Rounding down into your plank. Press down into the hands. Maybe turn the hands slightly out today. All right, so you have a little bit more external rotation for the arms. Press down into those hands, broaden through the upper back, lengthen tailbone toward your heels. And now imagine you want to scrunch up your mat by engaging and drawing those toes toward your hands, hands toward your toes, engaging that front core. Good, take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, grow long through the spine, look forward. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Good, press down and forward into those hands, send the hips back, bend the knees. So you want to find length in the spine first, right? We're focusing on the spine, not really the hamstrings. That will come, don't worry. Press down and forward. Draw those shoulder blades away from one another, like you're opening a curtain on your back. And then as you exhale, straighten your right leg only. Inhale, bends into the knees, lift the hips high. Exhale, straighten your left leg only. Inhale, bends both knees, lift the hips high. Exhale, press both heels back any little bit. Keep the length in the spine. If you notice your tailbone starts to drop and your low back rounds, keep the bend in the knees. Exhale fully. Inhale comes to neutral, so slightly bend the knees, and then inhale takes that right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, pause there, take another inhale, press into the floor, and then exhale, step your foot forward. You might need to help it out, and drop your back knee. Press down into the floor, take your arms forward and up as you inhale. Lengthen through the spine, exhale, relax the shoulders. Take another inhale here. And exhale, find cactus arms. Take an inhale here. Exhale, rotate to the right. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, left hand to the blocker floor, right arm's gonna reach up. Press down, take an inhale, open the chest. Either stay here, exhale, top arm overhead, lift those right ribs to the ceiling. Either stay here, or inhale, reach the hand to the back of the mat. And then exhale, up and over. 2 more times. Inhale, reach it to the back of the mat. Exhale, reach up and over. Reach it to the back of the mat, let those hips drop. Exhale, reach it up and over. Pause there, take an inhale. And exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Good, pause there, straighten the back leg. And then step it back to plank. And then to downward dog. Big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, takes that left leg, reach it to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Pause there, press into the floor as you inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward. Let that back knee drop. Sweep the arms forward and up, find length in the spine. Big inhale, lift. And then exhale, just relax the shoulders a little. Take an inhale. Exhale, find cactus. Take an inhale, draw those shoulder blades onto the back. And then exhale, rotate to the right. Or sorry, to the left. To the left. Big inhale here. As you exhale, right hand to the blocker floor, left arm reaches. Good, either stay here, pressing down, reaching up, or top arm overhead. Lift up through those left ribs. Either stay here, following along as you inhale, reach to the back of the mat, let those hips drop. Exhale, reach up and over. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, up and over. Pause here, really lift up through those left ribs. Big inhale. And as you exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Pause there, plant the hand, straighten the back leg, step it back to plank. Pause there, take an inhale. And then exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. As you lower, keep those shoulder heads lifted. Ground through the toes, reach the hands to the back of the mat, and then turn the palms over. So palms face down, thumbs point out. Lift through the chest and lift through the hands. Ground through the feet. Good, one more breath here. Either stay here or hover the feet as well. Good, breathing, either stay here, arms come out like cactus. Draw those elbows down like you're gonna put them into your hips. Good, keep lifting the chest, lifting the backs of the hands. Big inhale here. Exhale, feet down, hands by the head, side, shoulder head still lifted. And then tuck the toes, press back knees, hips to heels, find extended child's pose. Reach through those arms, find length, big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shifts forward. Exhale, plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Good, nice full deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Put a little bend into the knees. Inhale, walks those hands back toward your feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, bend deeply into the knees. Press equally into the four corners of your feet and then let your head dangle. Give a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. Maybe circles to the right. Maybe to the left. Yeah, and then just start to lengthen the sideways, draw your right shoulder forward, left shoulder forward. So you can create length from your armpit to your hip. Laying your belly over your thighs. Exhale fully here. Taking your hands to your knees or your shins, inhale, lengthen out like you're laying on the floor. Exhale, pause here. Legs can be straight or bent, whatever you need for your hamstrings, but drop into the low belly. Draw the shoulder blades onto the backs of the hands. You're gonna lift up toward the thighs. And then reach those hands back like you're holding a block between your hands. Good, keep rolling the shoulders back. Good, lengthening the chest forward. Look to the top of your mat. Take another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to thighs. And as you exhale, fold forward any little bit. Engage the hamstrings. Keep the spine long. Right, so no rounding in the spine yet. Take another inhale there. Find those hamstrings. And as you exhale, add in the low back, round the spine forward. Drop chin, maybe even toward your chest. Hands can stay on thighs, knees, shins, maybe blocks. Exhale fully. Bend into the knees, and as you inhale, roll yourself up one vertebra at a time, stacking it into place as your shoulders and then head roll up last. Take an inhale there. And exhale. Good, make your journey to the top of your mat. Have your props handy toward the top of your mat when you need them. And we're going to be stepping forward and backward. I'm going to be instructing that. If you want to do more vinyasas, you'll have that in your practice. You'll have that, do what you need to do. But I'm just going to be stepping forward and backward. Exhale here. Good. As you inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, hands to knees or shins. Exhale, refold. Press into the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. And exhale, hands to heart. One more time like that. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, reach them forward and fold. Inhale, hands to knees or shins, lengthen. Use the upper back. Exhale, fold. Press into the legs. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Maybe even lean back a little bit, a little back bend. And exhale, hands to heart. Adding on here. Inhale, reaches those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, step the left foot back, right foot stays forward. Come into a high lunge. Good, draw in through the low belly. Power up the legs. Maybe those hands hover off the ground. Maybe they hover to the back of the room. If they're toward the back of the room, turn those pinky edges up to the ceiling. Good, maybe hands like cactus. Keep drawing those shoulder blades onto the back. Maybe arms reach forward, nice long spine. Palms face in, pinkies point down. Good, another big inhale here. Exhale. Power up the back leg. Inhale, lifts the heart, lifts the chest, reach the arms up. And then exhale, drop the tailbone down. So pull those low ribs in, lift through the chest. Maybe even take your gaze up. Take another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Good, pausing here. Find your warrior two. Adjust your feet that feels best to you, and then drop down into it. Reach through those arms, and breathe. Good, maybe turn those palms up, and draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Good, as you inhale, maybe take the arms up, reaching up. Exhale, imagine you're gripping the floor with your hands. And then find cactus arms, engaging the upper back. Good, inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reaches through those arms, keep the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, look over your front fingers. Take an inhale. As you exhale, straighten the front leg. Good, inhale, tilt the pelvis, so draw that left hip up, right hip down, reach, and then hands gonna come down to the block or the floor behind the calf, open it up. If you want a little bit more core engagement, the back of your hand's gonna find the inside of your leg and draw the low belly in. Good, maybe you wanna work a little bit more on your upper back mobility. So your right hand's gonna stay down, your left arm's gonna take an inhale, look up. Exhale, take that left hand, reach it toward the right hand. Inhale, brings it back up. So again, you can stay or you can move. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale down. Be mindful of your back here. You gotta really power up those legs. Inhale, reaches it up. Pause. Exhale. Good. Inhale, look down. Exhale, bends into that right knee, either elbow to knee, block or floor. Roll the shoulders back, top arm over. Good, as you inhale, takes the top arm up. Exhale, back to the back of the mat. And then turn the palm down. Sweep your palm in front of your face, up overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, back to the center of the looking forward at it. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, forward. One more time, inhale, up and over. Exhale, forward. Good, inhale, up and over, pause. Good, draw that right shoulder under, maybe look up under that top arm. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, press yourself up back to warrior two. Exhale there. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, turn the toes to the long end of your mat, parallel those feet. Hands to your hips, take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lengthen forward. So nice, easy forward bend, hands to block or floor. Press into those hands, lengthen out, press into the outer edges of your feet. So just nice, easy forward bend to begin, getting into the hamstrings. See if you can draw those shoulder blades onto the back. That's gonna help lift through the low belly. That's gonna help power up the hamstrings. Are you engaging your quadriceps? So pull up your kneecaps. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, place your right hand down in front of you, right underneath your shoulder. So it might need to be on the block. Left hand onto your left hip. Actually, left hand onto your low back. Elbow points to the ceiling. Keep the legs nice and active. Rotate through the chest. When you start to feel that right inner thigh get more stretch, stop there and pause. Imagine lengthening the spine forward and back. Press into the feet. And now let that right hip drop forward so you feel that inner thigh stretch as your left hip lifts up to rotate a little bit more. Maybe your left arm reaches. Maybe your left arm finds your right hip. Good, keep pressing down to lengthen the spine and rotate. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, takes the left hand to the low back. Exhale, rotate the chest to the floor. Good, pause there, both hands on the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand to the block, right hand to your low back. Press down, lengthen out, power up the legs, and then rotate through the chest until you start to feel that left inner thigh start to turn on more, and pause. So keep drawing that right hip and left hip equal. Take another inhale there. And then as you exhale, lift the right hip, let that left hip draw down so you're tilting the pelvis so you can rotate a little bit more. Power up the legs. Maybe right arm reaches. Good. Keep lengthening forward and back. Press down to rotate. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale brings that left hand to your, right hand to your low back. Exhale, folding forward. Both hands to the floor or block. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold. Good. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, bend into the knees. Walk yourself back to the top of your mat. Pause there. So this is where you have choices. You can vinyasa, you can step forward, you can handstand, whatever you'd like to do. Take a big inhale. Off you go. If you're exhaling with me, step forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. If you're doing a vinyasa, you're going to end up with your left foot forward. Those that are still with me, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot back. I'm just going to switch around, finding that low lunge. So left foot forward, right foot back. Power up the back leg, draw in through the low belly, and then maybe hands hover. Maybe they reach back. So you have your different options, back, cactus, maybe forward. Good. Draw those shoulder blades onto the back. Wherever you are, low belly draws in, back leg powers up. Another big inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. And exhale, relax those shoulders slightly. Power up that back leg. Drop the tailbone as you keep lifting the chest. Low belly draws in. Good. Take another full inhale here, getting into that right hip. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Pausing there. Good, find your warrior two. Find your stance, drop down into the feet, open the chest. Good. Take those palms, rotate them up. Inhale, reaches those arms up. And then exhale, turn the palms forward like you're holding on to a ball in front of you. Gripping with your hands, take an inhale. And exhale, find those cactus arms. Good, shoulder blades draw onto the back. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, keep the shoulder blades onto the back and reach the arms. Look over your front fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. As you do, that right hip lifts. And then exhale, lengthen the left hand down to the blocker floor. Maybe to the inside of the shin as the top arm reaches. So you have options here. You can stay here, enjoy the stretch, or add a little movement. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand reaches down to the left. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Power up those legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Good, as you inhale, open and pause. Feel the stretch. Big inhale here. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, bends into that bottom knee, either elbow to thigh, block, or floor. Take a big inhale, reach the top arm up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you exhale, top arm overhead. Good, if you want to add a little bit more movement, take your top arm, reach it back behind you. Turn your palm down. Inhale, sweep the arm out in front of you. Exhale, overhead. Inhale, sweep it in front of you. Exhale, overhead toward the top of your mat, not toward the ceiling. Inhale, out in front of you. Exhale, overhead as you reach to those fingers forward. Press your right hip forward, pause. Take another inhale, open the chest, press into that bottom hand. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, looking down. As you inhale, press yourself back up, warrior two. And exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, turn the toes to the long end of your mat, hands to your hips. Good, so you have an option here, either hands to your hips or hands behind your back, interlinked. Take a big inhale, lift the heart. Roll those shoulder blades back. And then exhale, start to lengthen forward. So hands can stay on your low back. If it feels okay for your body, maybe arms start to reach to the back of the mat. Maybe the arms start to reach toward the ceiling. Keep powering up the legs. So it's a shoulder stretch as well as a hamstring stretch. Keep lifting the kneecaps, pressing the outer edges of the feet. Keep those shoulder blades drawing onto your back. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, hands to your low back if they're not there already. Exhale, release hands to the floor. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, pause. As you inhale, bend into the knees. Exhale, walk yourself to the top of your mat. Pause there. Good, so think about how you're feeling, what your body's needing a little bit of. Maybe you need a vinyasa, maybe you don't, maybe just a downward dog. Take an inhale there. If you're with me, exhale, step forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. Press into the legs. Inhale, reaches you up. And exhale, refold. Right foot's going to be forward. If you're doing a vinyasa, take an inhale. As you exhale, left foot steps back, right foot is forward. Find Virabhadrasana 1. And today, if you want to play around with it, maybe walk that right foot out a little bit, walk your left foot out a little bit so you have a little wider stance. Inhale, brings those arms up. So you have a little bit more width between your feet. This might feel a little bit more stable. I'm going to take an inhale here and exhale. As you inhale, find cactus arms. Maybe you stay there in warrior one. Exhale, take your right arm over your left. Find eagle. If you can't find eagle, press your palms together and hold there. Good, drawing those elbows toward one another. Take an inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift. Keep the bend in the front knee. Exhale, round. Inhale as you reach up, unwind the arms, reach the arms. And exhale. Inhale, straightens the front leg. Exhale, hands to your hips. Take that back foot, step it in just slightly to really square the hips to the top of the mat. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your fists behind you, press your fists together. Roll the shoulder blades back. So a little internal rotation of the arms. And then start to lengthen forward. Press into that right leg. Lengthen the chest forward. Good. Press the palms together to roll the shoulders back. Good. Couple more breaths here. Another full inhale. Exhale. Put a little bend into the front knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press yourself up. Release the hands. Inhale, sweeps the arms up. And then as you exhale, take your right hand to your right hip. Left arm's going to keep reaching. Power up those legs again. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach that left arm forward like you're going to reach for something across the table. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Good, and then that left hand's going to come down, maybe to the block, maybe to the floor, inside or outside of your foot. Maybe it comes to the top of your knee. And then start to rotate the chest. Good, let that left hip drop, right hip open up, and look toward the right. So revolve triangle here. Hand can stay on your hip if it feels okay. Maybe it reaches to the back of the room. Maybe that top arm starts to reach to the ceiling. Good. If your hand's on a block or the floor, press down, find more rotation in the chest. Take another inhale, power up the legs. Exhale. Inhale, that top hand comes to your top hip. Exhale, square the chest to the floor. Inhale, bends into the front knee, come onto the ball of the back foot, extend that leg long. Your choice, knee up or down. Inhale, takes those arms back up. Exhale, hands to heart, so a little deeper twist. Rotate to the right, find the rotation first, and then hover that left elbow over the right knee. Just hover first. Use your core. Power up the legs, and then make connection. Left elbow, right knee. Press palms together, find the rotation, power up the back leg. Lengthen top of the head forward, tailbone to your back heel. Another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands down to the blocks or floor. Pause there, think about what you need here. Take an inhale. Exhale, stepping forward if you're with me. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. Press into those legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, refold. If you did a vinyasa or handstands, your left foot's going to be forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, if you're with me, right foot steps back. Left foot is forward. So make sure your left foot's forward, right foot's back. And drop that back heel down just a little bit wider for Virabhadrasana 1. And then inhale, take the arms up. Okay, so a little wider stance. You have a little bit more width in the hips. You can power up and really get into that right leg here. Find your pose. Keep that nice bend in the front knee. And then this time your left arm's going to come under your right. Or elbows are pressing. Good. Lift up through those elbows. Find the stretch in the upper back. And then inhale, lift up, lean back. Exhale, round elbows toward belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up, unwind, reach up. Exhale there. As you inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hands to your hips. Take that back foot, step it in just a little bit, just to give yourself a little bit more room, and then really draw that right hip forward. Power up the legs. Take your hands, press your knuckles into one another. Roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale, and then exhale, start to lengthen out. Good, right hip forward, left hip back. Nice long spine here. Shoulder blades draw onto the back. Belly draws in. Feeling that front leg as much as maybe your back calf. Feeling into the hips and the low back. 2 more breaths here. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Bending into that front knee as you exhale, press yourself up. Good, as you inhale, sweep the arms up. This time as you exhale, left hand to your left hip. Right arm keeps reaching. Power up those legs, big inhale. And then exhale, lengthen forward like you just did. Reach, reach, reach forward. And then that right hand's gonna come down maybe to the block, to the floor, to your shin. Start to rotate the chest. Power up the legs, let that right hip drop. Let the left hip lift. Lengthen the spine. And then maybe your top arm reaches to the back of the room. Maybe it starts to reach up. If you're pressing into the block or the floor, not your shin, press hard, rotate more. Use that as leverage. Don't use your leg as leverage. Let your body do the work. One more big inhale, long spine. Exhale. Inhale, top hand to top hip. Exhale, rotate the chest down. Take an inhale, bend into the front knee. Exhale, extend the back leg long, come onto the ball of the foot. So again, your back knee can drop if you like. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rotate to the left, pause. Exhale, bring your right elbow toward your left knee, pause, hover, use the core strength, and then press elbow into knee, draw hands together, lift the heart. Good, I'm just gonna turn around so you can see this. I'm drawing those hands closer to my heart. I'm lifting and opening the chest. Power up the back leg, take another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, release it down. Pause there, take an inhale. Decide what you'd like to do. If you're with me, we're gonna go to downward dog, take an inhale. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step it back, downward dog. If you'd like to do the vinyasa, go through the vinyasa. Otherwise, staying here in downward dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Good, one more full inhale. And exhale, everybody meet up in child's pose. Arms forward or back, hands or head resting on one another. Breathing into it, find your breath. We're gonna go into a couple of strength moves for our upper body. So we've been working our lower body, working into our upper body. Little planks. If your wrists are bothering you, you can always put your hands on blocks. You can always go to your elbows. Exhale fully. As you inhale, reach those arms forward. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Tuck the toes, find your plank. Good, take an inhale there. And then exhale, downward dog. Inhale, rolls forward to plank. As you exhale, bring your right knee down. Turn your right toes off your mat so you're facing the left. Drop your left foot. And then take your left hand to your left hip. So adjust your feet and your legs as you need to. Maybe even I like to have my right hand up on the block, just because my side waist is a little bit shorter, so it helps me. But make sure that that hand is just slightly in front of your shoulder. So you're looking down, the hand, like the wrist is to the outside of my shoulder. Good, and press down the hand, open up. So a side plank variation. If you have full vinyasas or full plank, you're more than welcome to straighten that bottom leg. And then take the top arm up. Good. Maybe the bottom leg hovers. Good, keep pressing the hips forward. Good, breathe. Maybe you bend your top heel toward your bum. Maybe you reach your top hand and find that foot. If you don't find the foot, press hand and drop hand and heel toward one another. Good, so you have different options. If you can grab the foot, open up, roll it back, find a little bit of a back bend. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, press that foot down, take the top arm, reach it overhead, find side stretch. Inhale, takes that top arm back up. As you exhale, press into the bottom knee, send the hips back, and then press yourself up. So you're up on your right knee. Good, adjust as you need. You're gonna take your left toes, point them up to the ceiling. Good, left toes point up to the ceiling. Take your right hip, draw your right hip to the right. Left hip draws down to the floor and then lengthen toward that left leg. Your left hand can reach to the floor, maybe to the shin, and then maybe take that top arm up and over. Good, find a nice little side stretch. Breathing into it. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reaches that top arm up. Exhale, back to center. Taking that right hand down, cartwheel the left hand down, come all the way to the floor, straighten your legs, find your plank, and then knees down, lower down to forearms, find Sphinx. Good, elbows down, press into those hands, ground the feet, and then draw the elbows back as your heart lifts. Tailbone lengthens, take an inhale, exhale. Good, as you inhale, come back to center, interlink the hands, press those forearms and wrists down, tuck the toes, and find forearm plank, lift the hips. Good, pressing into the toes, pressing into the elbows. You have the option, you can stay here, or look to your toes, walk your feet in, find a little bit of dolphin pose. Couple options for dolphin: bend the knees, keep the hips back, find a shoulder stretch, or start to walk over those elbows more, finding more of strength. So strength is stacking, finding more of a long downward dog on your elbows is going to find a little bit more stretch for your shoulders. Breathe wherever you are. One more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, come forward back to that forearm plank. Adjust the feet. Exhale, release knees, hips, ground the toes, unlink the fingers, press down into the palms, lift the heart. Elbows draw back, heart forward. Good, keep the heart lifted, lower the chest, but keep the shoulders back, hands by your side, tuck the toes, press it back. Knees, hips to heels, find child's pose. Take an inhale, reach through those fingers. Exhale. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, downward dog. Good, take a couple breaths there. Switching to the other side. Good. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, rotates or rolls yourself forward into plank. And then exhale, left knee down. Left leg comes off the mat. Take your right heel down. Take your right arm up. Adjust as you need here. Any props that you need under your hands, press the hips forward. Good, if you have a regular side plank with the bottom leg straight as well, you're more than welcome to do that. Good, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, maybe that bottom leg hovers. So using that outer hip. Good, big inhale. As you exhale, maybe your top leg bends, heel to bum. Maybe your top hand grabs that top leg. Maybe you press heel into hand, find more strength for the hamstrings. Maybe you grab the foot. If you can grab the foot, open the chest, lean it back. Find a little bit of a back bend. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, releases that top leg, reach up. Exhale, presses that right foot down, reach the top arm up and over, find a side stretch. Big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that hand to the floor. Bring both knees to the floor, forearms to the floor. Find your Sphinx. Good. Pressing down into those elbows, press into the hands. Drop elbows back, heart forward as you press into the tops of your feet. Take another inhale there. Nice little heart opener. Exhale. Inhale, looking down, interlink those fingers again. Press down into the wrist, tuck the toes, lift your hips, straighten the knees, come into that forearm plank. And again, you could work here. Maybe this is where you want to work. Maybe your knees want to be down. Maybe you want to work a little bit more of the shoulders. Walk the feet in. As you walk the feet in, the stretch first is your chest toward your thighs. So a deeper angle between your elbows and your shoulders. If you want to work strength, keep walking those feet in. Maybe bend the knees. Get those hips higher over the shoulders, working on shoulder strength. So you have options here. Wherever you are, breathe. Try to relax the neck. Big inhale. Hold to exhale. As you inhale, come back to that forearm plank. Shoulders over elbows. Good. Take an inhale there. Exhale, knees down, hips down, toes flat, palms flat, and then draw elbows back, grip the mat, heart forward, toes reach back. Big inhale here. Exhale. Keep the shoulders lifted as you slide those hands back. Tuck the toes, press back knees, hips to heels, extended child's pose. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, look to the middle of your mat. Hop, step, or walk. Both feet to the middle of your mat. Heels in, toes out. Let those hips drop. Find Malasana. Good, breathing here. So we're gonna have a few moments here. I'm gonna go through this stretch and maybe a little Bakasana. If your heels don't make it to the ground, definitely put something underneath your heels. You just might not have the flexion of your ankles to be able to drop down. There's nothing wrong with using something under there to give you balance. All right, so we're gonna work a little bit of Bakasana, a little bit of the stretch and the side stretch and Malasana. If you would rather practice your handstands, you have that as an option. If you'd rather work on any other inversion forearm balance, maybe you're working on that, so you can do that at the wall or freestanding, or you can stay with me. So pausing here for a moment, lift the chest. And as you inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands behind the back, or sorry, behind the head. Good, elbows draw wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, round elbows toward one another and toward the belly. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. One more time, lift and open. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the floor, straighten those legs, find a little break for the hips. Take an inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. And as you exhale, drop the hips, find that Malasana again. Good. Lift the heart. Right hand's gonna reach out to the side. Take your left hand to your left shoulder. Open the chest, rotate here. Good. Maybe if it's okay, left arm extends out. Or rotate that hand down. Maybe you find your low back and you find your right hand for a bind. You also have your strap here. All right, you can use your strap if you can't quite reach. And open and find the twist. So you have a deeper constriction in that right hip, but draw the left knee in as well. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extends the arms down and up. Exhale, back to center. Good, lift the heart, take an inhale. As you exhale, hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Take an inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, drop back into that squat. Good, lift through the chest. And then this time, left arm's gonna come down. Right hand to your right shoulder. So open the chest first. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach arm out, still working on the twist. Maybe you rotate thumb down, palm behind you, find the bind, find the strap. Good, once you're there, lift that right shoulder. Good, lift it up. And then draw the right knee in. I know my right knee likes to lengthen out. Draw it in. Good, lean into that left leg. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, releases the arms, reach them up. And exhale to center. Good, pause there, take an inhale. As you exhale, hands to the floor, straighten those legs. Take an inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, remove anything underneath your feet, turn it off to the side, your feet are hip distance and parallel. Exhale there. Good, one more twist here. Your feet can stay hip distance, or if it feels more comfortable to bring them together, we're gonna do chair pose, Katasana. Bend the knees, inhale, reach the arms. Good, Katasana. Sit back into those heels. Good, promise after this we'll get to the floor. Good, hands to the heart. Take an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, rotate to the right. Either that left elbow to the inside of the left knee or to the outside of the right knee. Good. Keep looking at your knees. Keep your knees on the same plane, like they're pressing into the wall equally. Good. Notice how that twist feels. And then draw your left knee slightly forward. Let your right hip draw back. Notice how that feels in your upper back and mid back. Good. So it's like that left knee's pushing into the wall more than the right. Take an inhale. Exhale. Draw that left knee back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heart, find chair. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, reaches the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rotates to the left. Exhale, either right elbow to left knee or to the inside of the right knee. Open the chest, look at the knees, make sure those knees are staying on the same plane. And then on your next exhale, draw that right knee slightly forward, left hip back. Just notice how it feels. Take an inhale. Exhale, look down, draw those knees back to the same plane. Take an inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale there. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, plant the hands. Step it back, downward dog or vinyasa, your choice. Your practice, meeting up in downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose. And then take that knee to the back of the right hand. Coming into pigeon pose. Good, pause there for a moment. Come up onto the fingertips. Keep the back toes tucked for now. Good, press down into your front shin. Draw your right hip slightly back and then lift up through the low belly. If you have a block, maybe it's better for hands on blocks, maybe hands on your hips. Roll the shoulders back. So we're using strength right now. Building that strength helps also lengthen that left hip. We'll get into the right hip in a moment. If you have options here, you can always reach back, grab your foot. You can use the strap if you'd like to do that. We have about 3 more breaths here. Another big inhale. Exhale. Good, bring your hands back just in front of your knee. Take your back toes, they're already tucked. You're gonna straighten that back leg. Send your hips to the back of the mat. As you do, you're gonna hinge forward. So that right hip gets lower. Uncurl the back toes, press the toes into the floor. And then start to walk out to your elbows and pause. Just kind of notice how that feels in that right hip. And you can adjust that right knee more to the side or more toward the front so that you feel the stretch in your hip. Keep pressing that front shin down and forward as you reach your left toes back. If it's accessible to you, maybe you lengthen out a little bit more forward. Maybe you can lengthen out a little bit to the left side of your mat. Two more breaths here. Good. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bring those hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the back toe, straighten the back leg, and then power up and use your core. Draw your right knee to your chest as you press into the hands. Inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Good, your choice, vinyasa or pause here. Pedaling out the feet, shifting the hips. If you're not doing a vinyasa, take your feet and take your right heel, turn it in about 45 degrees, and then bend the left knee, send that right hip up to the ceiling. Get into the outer hip. Good, roll that right shoulder up, draw the hips back a little bit toward the back of the mat. And then come back to center. Inhale, left leg reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee toward the nose. And then knee to the back of the left hand. Good, pause there, keep the back toe tucked, and power up those legs. Good, so you might notice that this side is a little bit higher or lower. Notice the differences, celebrate them. Good, and then pause here, you come up on your fingertips, up on a block, maybe hands to your hips. But you're pressing down into those legs to lift the chest. So you're squeezing in, drawing the right hip forward, left hip back, using those hips. A lot of different directions here. You have extension of the back leg, flexion and rotation of the front leg. Deep breathing. Good, couple more breaths. If you have any arm play, reaching back, finding a little bit of that here. We have about 3 more breaths here. And remember, go to where you can go and breathe comfortably. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Bring those hands just slightly in front of the knee. Take an inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, send the hips back. As you send the hips back, your chest lengthens forward. Drop the back knee, point down into the back toes, and then come to your elbows and pause. Notice what might need to be adjusted. Maybe you need to take that left knee forward or backward, maybe to the side more. And then press down into the back leg, press down into the front shin, lengthen out, maybe you walk forward. Good, but keep pressing down into those legs. So now you're doing a nice active stretch into that right hip. Maybe you're feeling it in your left inner groin or top of the thigh. Again, deepen your breath. Exhale fully. As you inhale, come back to those hands. Exhale, tuck the back toe. Good, shift the weight forward, straighten the back leg. You're gonna draw your left knee to your chest, press into those hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Your choice, vinyasa, or going into that little hip stretch. Turn your left foot in, your heel comes in about 45 degrees. Press back into that hip, bend your right knee, so you're coming into a little bit of a twist, getting into that outer hip. Send that left hip up to the ceiling. Good, take a nice inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. And then from here, hop, step, or walk to a seated position. And roll all the way down onto your back. Couple back bends here. Rolling down. Pausing here for a moment, check in. Slow the breath down. Maybe close the eyes for about 3 breaths. Scanning over the body, noticing how it's feeling. So we've opened the front of the body, we've opened and strengthened the back body. So going into a few back bends here, go at your pace, what's best for you. If you're not feeling you want to do back bends and you have a block, you can place the block under the midway or even the highest way and do a little supported bridge. So you have that as an option. Maybe that's where you start. If you're going to stay with me, we're going to go through some progressions, ending up in Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel. If that's not in your practice, don't worry, you do not have to do it, just stick with bridge. Take your arms, reach them toward the feet. Take your hands and grip around the side of your mat. So you're going to grip your mat here. Press down into the heels. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Draw those shoulder heads back and then grip the mat and push the mat toward the end. So with your hands, push your hands toward the end of your mat as you draw your heels toward your bone. So a little different engagement for the upper back. Press the head into the mat. Imagine knees and shins go forward as those heels draw back. Another big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unwinds the shoulders. Exhale, lower the hips, release the grip on the mat. Pause there. If that felt good, repeat that one. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the shoulders, going into bridge pose, that Bandhasana. Ground down into those feet. Press down into the heels. Inhale, lifts the hips. Exhale, draw the hands underneath the back, interlink the fingers. Roll the shoulder blades onto the back, roll onto the outer edges of the shoulders, and then press the pinkies to the floor. Tailbone toward your knees. Still imagining heels draw toward your hands as your knees draw forward. You're lifting up through the hips. Back of the head presses into the floor. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, unwinds the shoulders, release the grip. Exhale, releases those hips to the floor. Pausing there, either knees knock in or knees are straight. If that felt good, repeat that. If you do have Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel pose in your practice, set yourself up for that. I like to use the blocks. I need the blocks. Next week, we're going to go into some back bending workshops. We're going to work through different poses, different ways to use them, the blocks and your body and the wall. So if you want to do deeper back bends or work toward deeper back bends, next week we'll be doing that on Sunday and Tuesday. So ground down into your feet. If you're doing full wheel, hands are going to come back by your head. Start with your fingers pointed out and go a little bit wider. So don't have your hands right next to your ears, go a little bit wider. Like my fingers are usually off my mat as my heels and my hands are on the mat. And then take an inhale, press into the heels. Exhale, lift the hips, come to the top of your head. Either turn the hands back toward your shoulders or keep the hands turned out and press up. Good. Breathing here. If you're pressing up, straighten the arms as much as possible. Good. Draw those shoulder blades away from one another, but then energetically lift the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly coming down, chin to chest, hips to floor, hands on your belly. Take a moment. Couple deep breaths here. So you have the choice. If that felt good, maybe you want to do one more. Awesome, go for it. If you have a block or some bolsters that you can put under your hip, I'm going to do a little supported shoulder stand here at the end. So wherever you're going, off you go. For those that are doing a back bend, knee up and supported shoulder stand. So your choice, lowest height, highest height. Lift those hips, slide the block under, right into the sacrum or some pillows. And then take those legs up to the ceiling. Good. You also, if you have regular shoulder stand, you're more than welcome to do that. Just please be mindful of the neck. And just pause here. Maybe start to point and flex through the feet. Maybe doing circles with the ankles. Make sure you do both directions, just slowing your breath down. Knowing we're coming toward the end of our practice here, getting ready for Shavasana. Nice full inhales and exhales. Couple more breaths here. Can you really push through the heels? Straighten those legs as much as possible. Find some energy in those legs, like you're standing on the ceiling. And then slowly bend the knees. Place the soles of the feet onto the ground. Pause there for a moment. Just notice the sensations in the legs. And then come up onto the balls of the feet, lift the hips, slide that block out, the bolsters out, and release the hips to the floor. Pausing there. And then using the strap, if you'd like, you're going to take your right knee, draw it into your chest. Take that right leg up to the ceiling. You can wrap the strap around the ball of the foot, or you can have your hands around the back of your right thigh. So whatever's going to be best for you here, just pause there. If you'd like to do any leg play here, if you'd like to straighten the left leg or take the right leg out to the right or across the body, you have that, or you can just stay with that hamstring stretch. We'll be here for about another 5 breaths. Finding a little bit more length in the hamstrings. Our hamstrings are nice and warm. Our hips are warm. So you can find a little bit more flexibility. Think of engaging the hamstring as much as you're engaging the top of your thigh or quadriceps. Coming back to center if you're not there already. If you have the strap, you can remain holding on to the strap, but you're gonna bend that right knee to the side, find half happy baby. If it's more comfortable for you to grab the inside or outside of your foot for happy baby, you have that as an option. Left leg can be straight, deeper stretch. If it's too much, bend the left knee. For those who were in yin yesterday, you might be feeling this hip flexor there, right there at the hip crease. And then release the strap, take that leg up to the ceiling, bend the left leg if it's not already, and then release that foot to the ground and pause. Second side, drawing that left leg up, either without the strap or with the strap. Extending that leg up. Make sure the strap's in the ball of the foot so you have something to push into, so you're activating the top of your thigh, your quadriceps as much as the hamstrings. And you can stay here, right leg can go long. Maybe you stay with this hamstring stretch, or maybe you drop the leg to the side, to the left, or across the body. Whatever's going to feel best to you today. Nice full inhales and exhales. About another 3 breaths here. Bring the leg back up to center if it's not there already. And as you exhale, start to bend that knee and coming into half happy baby. So either continue to use the strap or hand comes to the foot. Again, right leg can be bent or straight. If it's straight, it's a little deeper intensity, a deeper stretch. Be mindful of your back here. Another big inhale here. And exhale. If your right leg is bent, go ahead and straighten that first, or sorry, if it's straight, bend that first, and then release the left leg to the floor. Take a moment there. And then come into just a simple twist, nice and easy, one leg at a time. Shift your hips to the right. Extend the left leg, draw that right knee in, and then drop the right knee over to the left. Keep the right shoulder heavy. Just kind of notice how it feels in the spine now that we've worked it. If this is a little deeper, if you've had like a little bit more range of motion. Taking that right hip, draw it away from your right shoulder, find length in the side waist, and then press that left hand on the top of the right thigh, finding a little deeper twist. Exhale fully. Inhale, brings the knee to center. Exhale, release the foot, bring both feet to the floor, hips to center. And then shift your hips to the left. Take that right leg long, draw the left knee into the chest, and left leg across the body. Good, check in here, notice how it feels. And then create more space between your shoulder and your hip by drawing that left hip down, finding more length, and then press that right hand into the right thigh. Deepening the twist. Deepening the breath, let go of that Ujjayi pranayama. Letting yourself just breathe naturally. Exhale fully. Inhale, draws the knee back up to center. Exhale, feet to the floor, hips back to neutral. And then draw both knees into the chest, round the spine, give yourself a little rounding. Forehead toward your knees, lift your hips toward the ceiling. And then release the low back down. Release the head down, keep the knees in at the chest. Cross your right ankle over your left and point your feet. And then flex your feet. And then switch the crossing. Point your feet. Flex your feet. And then bring both feet side by side again. Knees wide, find happy baby. As you're in happy baby, make any movements that feel good to you. Scan over the body, see if there's any other postures your body is craving. We're going to go into Shavasana, our final resting position. If you would like to take Shavasana longer than what we're going to do, feel free to tune us out now, put me on mute, whatever you need to do. Otherwise, staying with us, taking your legs, reaching it up, give it a little shake. And then bend the knees, feet to the floor, extending those legs out. Using any props you need to rest comfortably under the knees, under the neck, under the head. Arms come out by the side, at least 45 degrees away from the body, maybe more. Taking up a little bit more space with the legs. Getting out any little wiggles you need to. Press into the elbows, draw those shoulder blades onto the back, and then release the chest back down. And then take your shoulders, draw them up toward the ceilings just to roll the shoulders out a little bit, and then back down. Finding a nice long neutral spine. Taking a nice deep inhale here. And sigh it out. As you sigh it out, finding some stillness. Allowing your body to surrender into stillness, into relaxation. I'm going to take you through a little guided relaxation here, and then for a few moments in silence at the end. Just start to bring your attention to those parts of your body that are touching the floor. Noticing the heaviness, noticing the sensation that is occurring in those spaces that are touching the mat. Your heels, your calves. If you have a prop under the knees, maybe you notice that pressure. The tops of your thighs, the outer edges of your buttocks. Your low back. Notice all those points on your right side. Notice all those points on your left side. Notice both legs, all of those points. Notice the backs of your hands. The areas of your forearms in contact with the floor, the backs of your arms, the backs of your shoulders. Noticing all those points of contact on your right side. Noticing those points of contact on your left side. Noticing all those points of contact in both arms. Noticing those points of contact in the legs and the arms. Noticing your low back contact. Noticing your upper back contact. Noticing your whole back, low and upper, both points of contact. Noticing where the back of your head presses into the mat. Noticing your head, upper back, and low back. Noticing your legs, your arms, your spine, contacting into the mat. Taking a nice deep inhale here. Let it go. Surrendering into relaxation for a few more moments in silence. I'll bring us out with 3 bells. Take rest. Feel free to remain here a little bit longer if this is feeling good. If you're ready to end, start to deepen your breath. Allowing some movement to come into the fingers and toes, maybe even the wrists and ankles. And on your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a nice long stretch. And then slowly bend the knees. Draw those knees into the chest, giving them one final squeeze, or maybe even windshield wiper the legs, whatever's going to feel best to your body today. And when you're ready, use your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side. Using that arm as a pillow, roll in toward yourself a little. And just pause there. Scanning over the body, checking in with the mind. Acknowledging the subtle shifts and changes that the practice has had on the body. And when you're ready, mindfully press yourself up, come all the way back up to seated. If your eyes have opened along the way, allow them to close again, hands resting in front of your heart. Either palms pressing together or hands cupping your heart. Allow yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting again with that intention that you've set for your practice today. Allowing the strength, the energy, and the breath of this practice to help you with that intention as you transition off your mat into your day ahead. Reminding ourselves of our quote from the Dalai Lama today, each individual has an opportunity to make a difference. And I'd just like to say thank you to all of you for tuning in and all of you for all of your donations. As I am giving these classes and you're donating to others, we are all making a difference. Each and every one, every individual that is here today. I thank you so much for that difference that you are making upon other people. From here, we'll seal everything in and close our practice with one Om or a sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Take a nice full inhale. Bowing your head slightly. Take a moment, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for today. And hold on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for joining me today. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, wear some sunblock. Namaste.